Gino Bartali was one of Italy's most famous cyclists. During World War II, he used his training rides as a cover for something far more dangerous. Hidden inside his bicycle were forged identity papers and secret documents used to help the Jewish people escape Nazi persecution. His fame gave him a reason to travel long distances without immediately raising suspicion. But if the authorities had searched his bicycle and found those papers, his trophies, his reputation, his popularity, none of that would have been enough to protect him. He could have stayed safe. He could have minded his own business. He could have enjoyed his success while other people suffered in Nazi Germany. But instead, Bartali used what he had for something bigger than himself. His efforts helped rescue hundreds of people, and for years, he said very little about what he had done. He was not trying to build a heroic image. He saw lives in danger and decided that comfort was not more important than doing what was right. Bartali possessed fame, but fame did not possess him. Important truth there. Psalm 27, verse number 4, "One thing have I desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple." David had enemies. He had pressure. He had responsibilities. He had unanswered questions. His life was complicated. But as he's writing this psalm, he is focused on his desire to have a close relationship with the Lord. David did not merely want God to remove the trouble. He wanted God. He did not say, "One thing have I desired of the Lord, that he would destroy my enemies, solve my problems, or make my life easier." David wanted to dwell with God, behold his beauty, and seek his direction. That exposes the heart of many believers. We want God when the doctor calls. We want God when the marriage is strained. We want God when the money is gone. We want God when the child is in trouble. We want God when our plans collapse and nobody else can help. But once the pressure lifts, the Bible closes, prayer becomes occasional. Church becomes optional for many. Obedience becomes negotiable. We do not always walk away from God completely. We just put him back on the shelf until the next crisis comes, right? That's not devotion. That's using God. Some people do not want fellowship with God. They want access to his power. They do not want his will. They want his help. They do not want his presence. They want him to remove the pressure. They do not want to know him. They want him to fix what hurts. But God refuses to be reduced to a last resort or a plan B. He's not the final number you call after every other option fails. He's not a spiritual backup plan. He's not an escape route for the consequences of a life that ignored him. David wanted more than relief. He wanted God himself. That's the difference today between a believer who uses God and a believer who loves God. One says, "Lord, get me out of this." The other says, "Lord, draw me closer through this." One seeks God because life is falling apart. The other seeks God because God is worthy. One disappears when the crisis passes. The other remains because the relationship was never based on the crisis to begin with. Ask yourself honestly, would I still pray if I needed nothing? Would I still seek God if every problem disappeared? Would I still read his word if there were no immediate answers given? If I wasn't given exactly what I wanted, would I still be there for the Lord? Would I still love him the way I love him? Would I still want him if he did not change the situation as quickly as I wanted? Do you want God today? Or do you just want what God can do for you? Relief may make your life feel more comfortable, but knowing God gives your life actual meaning. Today's challenge, spend time with God today without asking for anything. Praise him for who he is, and ask yourself whether you truly want God or only what he can do for you. The victory thought of the day: if you only seek God when you need something, you're not seeking God, you're just seeking relief.